understand why people take pride in things that they don't work for. You know? Like, if you don't work for it, you don't deserve it. Period. And that shouldn't be a capitalist mindset. That should just be a you're a decent human being mindset. I hate all of these isms, these labels, these systems. But unfortunately, we live in a society that does not know how to have their own system. They don't know how to have their own morals and their own ethics. And I'm not saying that truth is not objective. What I'm saying is that people don't have discernment. And discernment really is one of the most valuable things in the world. So empathy, number one. Discernment, number two. Empathy hurts. Discernment, what's the right word? Comforts. Yeah, that's true. Discernment comforts. Because it reminds you, okay, not everything is what people think it is, you know? Like you have to be able to use discretion about various things. And I don't think that people have that. They don't have spatial reasoning anymore. So that's a woman problem, specifically a woman problem. We don't have spatial reasoning. We cannot differentiate one thing from another. See, rape, okay? So we want to get offended about things that have nothing to do with us. And it's one thing to have empathy and realize that, oh, this other person, they could be me, and this person is hurt right now, and that could be me. Like, but I feel like most people are just making it about them. It's not like, ooh, you really care for somebody else, and you don't want them to be troubled in any kind of way. It's more about you playing the victim through them, feeling sorry for yourself through them, and whining like a little girl, okay? This whole world's been feminized, so they have no spatial reasoning. They can't tell the difference like, oh, this person's a criminal. This person's a criminal, and they were a violent criminal, and that's why they were gunned down by the police. Now, yours truly does not like cops, and it's not because I have anything against them. It's really on principle. I don't like authority figures, especially ones that work for the long G, i.e. the government, okay? And I just don't understand. I don't support systems. I don't agree with systems. Now, you can say that's hypocritical. You can say that that's stupid. You can say that I'm a fucking idiot because, you know, I live within the system. I work within the system. How dare I? I don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of things can be true at the same time. I know that I'm supposed to be a comedian, and I know that I'm supposed to do it the way that I'm doing it. I've been told by a lot of people to leave America. I've been told by my priest, various people, secular people too, it's interesting. When secular people and your priest are saying the same thing, why don't you just be a fucking nun, Amy? Why don't you just go off into a monastery and be by yourself like you want to? I mean, you're not by yourself. Obviously, you're at a monastery with other nuns, and you work with all those women. I mean, the only women I can stand are like women of God. I can tolerate women that aren't of God, but I really don't want to. Okay, hence the word tolerance. It's like this friend of mine. I love her to death. But it's like she's always like taking jabs at my religion. And you know, if I took jabs at, you know, TikTok, which is her religion, you know, I don't think that she'd like it too much. But I think it's really important, like, if you have an issue with people, you can't act like those people. you have to be the opposite of that if you want to teach them, you know? Unless they're just like a straight up narcissist and talking down to you and belittling you, then belittle the fuck out of them, dude. Like, I have no fucking tolerance for that shit, because they will just run you into the ground. And I've known this from personal experience, dating people like this, being friends with people like this, people in my family that are like potential narcissist personalities. I don't want to be diagnosing them, because I think, you know, we definitely live in a day and age where like people do that. And it's not just because of TikTok. You see, I use the internet to my advantage, and I am going to do a future video. I promise I'm going to do a future video. I'm just trying to figure out the subject that I want to do this about. But I'm going to do a future video on how to use the internet, because a lot of people really don't know. And so they have this thing, this amazing tool, and all they're doing is using it as a weapon against themselves, and then they use it against other people. Because any time that you hurt yourself, you're going to inadvertently hurt other people as well. So, you know, the song that I was singing just now about, well, I really don't even know what I was singing about. I was going to do a song. I'm going to do this in the next video. I was going to do a song about my decisions and how unconventional they are. But how, like, it's okay to be unconventional, and it's okay to do whatever the fuck you want, as long as whatever the fuck you want is not hurting people. So when I was drinking alcohol, I was hurting everybody around me because I was so self-destructive, okay? I was drinking like I was trying to kill myself, because I was. And, still here though, you know? But really though, I mean, if I just told you like 5 stories from my past life, like, you would not even believe those 5 stories. And I have like at least 75 stories, at least. And I know that I should get into it on stage, but you know, you only get 4 to 5 minutes on stage, and I don't want to like waste it talking about my past life. But I mean, maybe that's the way to talk about the stuff I really want to talk about. And people are more likely to listen to you if you know, tear yourself apart rather than you tearing the world apart. People don't really know what to do, because I mean, it's not really funny shit, you know? Like, I do jokes about the culture, but then people get mad, or they just don't understand at all, because they're in it. And that's why I tell people, if you really want to understand my perspective, just leave the house without your phone. Go to a public place without your phone. Try to do anything at all without your phone, and you will grasp just a teeny tiny little smidgen of my life, and just watching everybody around me self-destruct and not even know that that's what they're doing. And it's really, really sad. So if I seem like I'm so angry, it's because I'm so fucking sad for this planet. I'm so sad for society. I'm so sad for all the children that have to grow up right now, and they're not allowed to have a childhood. They don't get to be a teenager. And it's already hard enough being a kid. It's already hard enough being 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old. It's already hard, like fucking high school, man. Like, that shit's already hard enough. But social media and the phones and everything, I mean, it's just so bad, y'all. It's so fucking bad. But, you know, once again, I stress, I am a sponge.